Hello, and welcome to another update video about Mana. Yeah, just want to follow up on the last video. Mana might be going here for this leading diagonal. It's very early days. Highlighted in the last video that in a so-called WXY correction, we can count the move down as complete. Here on the Mana chart. Problem is, Mana dropped a little bit too much. Yeah, it dropped below the 78.6 retracement at 41 cents. Even if I go to the log chart, yeah, this is now the log chart. The 78.6 fib level was at 36.5 cents. So also here it broke. Yeah? I mean, it has now recovered, which at least is good, but still hasn't really done enough for me to convince me that the low is in. But we are obviously tracking here a possible leading diagonal in the making. What needs to happen so that price can continue to follow it? It is not impulsive, in my opinion. I mean, it rather looks like a diagonal to me. Maybe it will become an impulse, to be honest. But let's just double check what the third wave, for example, would need to do. So we had a wave 1 here off the low. So first of all, maybe we say, okay, we let's say pumped in a wave 1 impulse into February. We came down in a wave W, moved up in an X wave, came down in a Y wave, in an ABC. Could be finished. Okay. Any drop lower than this would be a bit of a disaster because it will most likely invalidate any bullish potential on this chart in the short term. You can always restart, right? But so looking at this, I mean, there's nothing that looks in any way different to what we did here before in a correction, yeah? So the move currently looks extremely corrective. We had here basically a massive corrective rally. Here it became a bit smaller and this looks even smaller. So I cannot rule out another low at this stage until we have the 5 waves up complete that you can see on the chart and the 3 waves down. Basically what happens is until we have 5 waves, risk to the downside is massive still, yeah. What did I say? Until we have 5 waves, yeah. Until we have 5 waves, the risk to the downside is still massive. But as soon as we get 5 waves up, and I give you some of the parameters that it needs to reach, as soon as we have 5 waves up, we can be, let's say, fairly confident that a third wave, no, not a third wave pullback, but a wave 3 pullback will hold support. Basically, 5 waves up could be a wave 1. Okay, and the pullback could be a wave 2. And if we're holding certain levels, and I'm going to give them to you in a minute, then we have our next setup to the upside in a long trade. Yeah, so, but until then, you know, trading is waiting time, a lot of that. So we're currently waiting for a signal. I mean, that doesn't mean you couldn't trade, you can do anything. It's just from the setup that we're looking for, from a reliability point of view, we're actually looking for 5 waves up first to confirm something, and then 3 waves down. Yeah, so maybe we're still in the third wave. I mean, if this is turning into an impulse, the third wave needs to have 5 waves, which is currently developing. Target-wise, what does the third wave need to reach? We're looking for at least the 1.618 extension, which is, to be honest, might have... No, it hasn't reached it yet, but if it gets to 40.5 cents, then we've got the 1.618 extension, then a shallow wave 4, which needs to avoid to break into the wave 1 price region, and then a wave 5 up. And then we can say, all right, okay, there's a potential wave 1 is complete. Let's look at an ABC pullback in a wave 2, and that would need to hold the 78.6 retracement of the move to the upside. This is what we need to see. If it breaks down now and breaks below the last swing low at 32.999 cents, it will most likely break down, but it's currently holding it. So that is the level that needs to hold for us to go higher for now. That's my update about Mana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.